Today we're going to make Sheero. In my family, the first thing that we all think about when we think about Sheero is Semolina Sheero or Rava Sheero or Suji ka Halwa in Hindi. And this Sheero is just this fantastic sweet and ghee-laden buttery confection. Few ingredients, and I make mine a little fancy, so a few extra, but really a lot of them are optional. So I have semolina. This is pretty finely ground semolina, but it's not flour. It's still pretty grainy. I have some sugar, some whole cashews that I'm going to split. These are completely optional. Leave them out if you don't want to use them. I'm using ghee here and equal parts sugar. And I have a bit of nutmeg. Nutmeg makes it extra special. Not everyone adds nutmeg, but my mom always has. I love the little extra spice that it adds to the Sheero. A little bit of cardamom, of course, because every Indian sweet has to have cardamom. Like I said, saffron. Yeah, equal parts water, equal parts milk. And usually you want your liquid to be about 3 parts of the rava. So I'm using 1 cup rava here, and the total milk is 3 cups. I'm going to bloom my saffron with an ice cube. I think this is the easiest way for me personally to bloom saffron. It works exceptionally well. Just have your pinch of saffron in a little bowl and then add an ice cube on it. And then I'm just going to set this aside and keep working. And by the time I'm ready to use it, I'm going to have some beautifully bloomed saffron. I'm going to halve my cashews. And I do this the Indian way, which is just take a little paring knife and stick it right in between the 2 halves, where the 2 halves of the cashew meet. And I'm going to heat my ghee under medium heat. Now that the ghee is heated through, add the cashews and toast them until they're just nice and golden. I don't want to get them too dark. I want them to be just slightly golden and nice and toasty. There. They're nice and toasty looking, just starting to turn golden around the edges. Now I'm going to remove the cashews. And then add the rava to the ghee. And I'm going to toast the ghee until it has turned nice and golden brown. But you need to make sure that it turns golden brown in order for the Sheero to taste good. It's been about 5 minutes and it's looking really nice and toasty and a little redder than we started. And you could see it's golden and a little bit reddish. And so this is perfect. Now add the milk or your combination of milk and water, if that's what you're using. Give that a good stir. You can see that it's bubbling up. Just keep mixing. It's going to look like it's a lot of liquid, but don't worry, it will get absorbed. So now it basically looks like a porridge. This is exactly what cream of wheat is. And keep stirring until all of that liquid has absorbed. Now that the liquid is absorbed, add the sugar. And you can see that the saffron is nicely bloomed. I'm going to add that as well. Make sure I get every last bit of that gorgeous saffron. And mix in the sugar. And as I'm mixing in the sugar, you will see that the sugar is melting and releasing a lot of liquid, but it's just going to melt into a syrup and incorporate into the rava, don't worry. Now I'm going to add the cardamom and the nutmeg, and then add the cashews back in. Give that a nice mix. And there it is. I'm going to let this cool. You can serve it warm or cold. Actually like it at room temperature. And there you have it, Rava Sheero or Suji ka Halwa.